this out. We are recording Restream and sending it to Twitch TV and YouTube. So, I've been fighting with my mic for the last 2 days. Yeah, we're good. There we go. Those are the technical documents I wanted. So, where we left off yesterday is we were working on accessing the Kubernetes dashboard. We have it installed. Just need to set up a proxy so we can access it from this computer. Board. Broken pipes everywhere. Broken pipe kitty, how you doing? Firmware. Ooh. Hmm. Go. Okay. OAuth 2 proxy and Kubernetes dashboard. Let's see what that has to offer. So, just checking a few things. Looking at the stream to see how it's doing. Oh. I don't know. There. Yeah, maybe the working audio is a little. Maybe the working audio is a little bit of a hopeful comment on that, but let's see. Okay, Just scrolling through some documentation, trying to figure out the best way to expose the Kubernetes dashboard. Yesterday, we tried kube control Kubernetes dashboard port forwarding with Kong proxy, forwarding the 443.42843. That works, but it only works for this machine. Oh. Oh. They don't care about OAuth 2. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Recently, Tesla, car company, was alerted by security firm Redlock that their Kubernetes infrastructure was compromised. The attackers were using Tesla's infrastructure resources to mine cryptocurrency. This type of attack has been called cryptojacking. So that access to the Kubernetes dashboard, no authentication, and elevated, and they had full access to AWS API keys. Ooh. Roll control, nice. It is accessible outside the cluster. In fact, in some configurations, such as Kubernetes by PTO on AWS, good job plugging yourself, bud. Network policy is used to restrict ingress to the dashboard within the cluster so that semi inside the cluster cannot elevate privileges via the dashboard when the dashboard is misconfigured. Added to the And again, this requires that this computer that I'm working on part of cluster. Swinging. Honestly, and I hate to say this, I don't think I have the mental faculties for this shit. At least not today. Hmm. Oh, look. 10 things we didn't know about Super Troopers.
In 2002, Super Troopers came out, and it was a small movie that went a long way, as it deals with the day-to-day meanderings of a bunch of highway patrol troopers, who relieve their boredom by pranking and messing with people who they stop on the highway. However, when their jobs are on the line, they have to go against the local police department, where they discover some sinister corruption at play. In this fun, energetic, couldn't-care-less comedy that introduced the world to the term mustache ride. But does it still hold up? Yeah, it does. Bit of a silly question, really, wasn't it?
Meow.
So it's time to let the shenanigans begin as we explore Super Troopers. It's full of fun, and laughter, and powdered sugar, and littering, and candy bar. So, 10 things, let's check it out.
Interesting. Let's see what we did.
It's powdered sugar.
The lice hate the sugar. Listen, Rod.
Delicious.
Good.
Number 10, the comedy brains behind Super Troopers.
Who was it?
Super Troopers was written by a comedy group called Broken Lizard. The group consists of members Jay Chandrasekhar, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, Paul Sota, and Eric Stolhansky, all of whom would go on to star in Super Troopers, with Jay Chandrasekhar also directing too. The group formed in Colgate University in 1989, where they would perform live comedy shows. Upon graduating, the comedy troupe would also go on to perform at clubs in New York. As time went on, Broken Lizard shifted its attention from live shows to film, where they made a 30-minute movie called The Tinfoil Monkey Agenda, which made it to the Fort Lauderdale Film Festival. After having a brush of success with their short movie, the band of funny friends decided it was time to make an actual feature-length movie. Number 9, the inspiration behind Super Troopers. So it's here that Broken Lizard wrote the script for Super Troopers. Highway cops who relieve their boredom by engaging in pranks and other goofball behaviour, who also find themselves up against a corrupt local police department. The idea of Super Troopers came from the real-life experiences from the members of Broken Lizard, of when they were young and would go on road trips to Canada, and would frequently get pulled over by cops while being high as balls, where they theorized an idea that, imagine if the cops knew that they were high and for fun decided to mess with them, and just how much that actually could have messed with their heads.
I'm freaking out, man.
And thus the idea of Super Troopers was born. According to filmschoolrejects.com, the iconic scene at the start, where that kid eats a bag of weed and shrooms, really happened, where while the Broken Lizard's car was being searched by cops.
That kid is married to Christina Hendrick. How?
At the border, one of the members actually did eat a bag of drugs.
You want to know why I pulled you over? Littering.
Candy bars.
Number 8, potential ideas. So Broken Lizard were shopping their script around, trying to get studios interested in the movie, so they could get finances to make it. But that was easier said than done. Going back to filmschoolrejects.com, Fox were interested, but thought that it should be a TV show, not a movie. So a pilot episode was written, but nothing came of it. According to Mental Floss, movie-producing monster Harvey Weinstein and his Miramax studio then came on board to produce the movie. But Weinstein just couldn't figure out if the movie was a comedy or not. Apparently, he didn't find it funny. But the article goes on to explain that Weinstein told the Broken Lizard team to meet him at a bar at Sundance, and by them being seen in his presence will give their project traction. And, well, it worked. After fellow Hollywood attendees saw the members of Broken Lizard at a bar with Weinstein, that suddenly got everyone interested in the movie. Because back then, when people saw Weinstein in public, they didn't immediately call the police, but rather, apparently, hanging out with him gave you clout. Oh, jeez. The production then got picked up by Universal Pictures, who were willing to put in a $5.5 million budget, but once again, the plan didn't fall through. Supposedly, in those days of trying to pitch the movie, lots of studios wanted to get involved with the movie creatively and add their own writers and directors and so on, and basically have complete creative control. But Broken Lizard wanted to be in complete control over their
kids.
movie.
I know.
These boys
This
get that
is
syrup in them.
getting
They get a little
a
antsy in
lot.
that pantsy.